신스웨이브2 4 세럼이 무료 배포 중입니다. 약 3만원 꿀템이에요. 약 120개 프리셋이 포함되어 있습니다. 시티팝, 레트로, 뉴잭 스윙 만들 때 쓰기 좋은 다양한 사운드가 들어있어요. 리드 베이스, 플럭, 패드 등 다양한 카테고리의 사운드가 들어있습니다. 본인 입맛대로 수정해 사용할 수 있어요. 초보분들이 쓰기 좋습니다. 다운받는 법은 더보기에 있어요. 멜로디 소스2가 50% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요. 웨이브스 튠이 76% 할인 중입니다. 보컬 튠 작업할 때 좋아요. 보컬 믹싱 하시는 분들이 쓰면 좋습니다. 간편하게 음정 보정 작업을 할 수 있어요. 유튜브 원래 보컬 녹음 많이 하시는 분들에게 강추해요. 웨이브스 1년 구독 20% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Now the reason for rewire is so that Waves Tune and Pro Tools will lock in together perfectly. So if you see, I'm moving my cursor on the track in Pro Tools, but it's also moving at exactly the same place in the timeline in the plugin. So now you've added Waves Tune onto a vocal track in Pro Tools. Okay, the first thing to do after inserting Waves Tune is scan the vocal into the plugin. Now, make sure before you do this that you do set your root scale to that of the song. That way it's going to help give you what I like to call the best edit that you never heard. Now, the other thing to do is to make sure that if you want a really natural feel to the correction, you have formant correction turned on. If you're after something that's a bit more robotic, then click it once and it'll be turned off. For this though, let's turn it back on. Now, all we have to do now is scan the track. So now let's talk a bit about how to do basic pitch correction with this plugin. One of the things that you want to remember whenever you're pitch correcting anything is that you're after the best edit that you never heard. You don't want anybody to hear what you've done or even that you may have done a correction there. So remember, everything is in moderation. Don't just tweak things to the extreme because it doesn't end up sounding human.
브레인웍스 기타 앤 베이스 번들이 71% 할인 중입니다. 꿀템 34개 묶음이요. 기타 믹싱할 때 필요한 다양한 이펙터가 들어있습니다. 베이스, 기타 앰프가 함께 들어있어요. 밴드 음악, 가요, 락, 장르 하시는 분들에게 추천드립니다. 사운드 디자인이 고민이신 분들이 사용하면 좋아요. 브레인웍스 번들 여름 세일이 최대 72% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
So here we have the Ampeg B15N from Plugin Alliance and Brainworx, and this amp is based on the Ampeg Heritage B15N. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and check it out, go over all of the options and see how it works. So let's start up here at the top. Of course, comes with a bunch of presets right up there. Then we have a bypass switch right here, as we do down here as well across the top. If we make some change and we want to go back, click that button.
소녹스 에센셜 번들이 87% 할인 중입니다. 꿀템 4개 묶음이요. 옥스포드 서프레서가 포함되어 있습니다. 보컬 믹싱할 때 좋아요. 간단한 조작으로 사운드를 더욱 깔끔하게 만들 수 있습니다. 치찰은 파이럼 등을 쉽고 빠르게 작업할 수 있어요. 옥스포드 인플레터가 82% 할인 중입니다. 옥스포드 여름 세일이 최대 87% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Crossed 100 times, taking count of all the nights considered.
So I like this. I've got a nice width between 3K and nearly 8K. That's a lot of really aggressive area, some really painful area that it's controlling.
I landed here with the world 2 steps away.
I can see the amount of reduction going on over here.
I landed here with the world 2 steps away. Sizing up the...
This is good for me because when I did this original mix, for those of you following me, I use different DSs at different points. This is a really sweet idea. This is really nice. I haven't used this before. I like to do this straight out of the box and try it. But what is fantastic about this is it's grabbing a whole area.
I landed here with the world 2 steps away.
Let's bypass it.
I landed here with the world 2 steps away.
It's really controlling it nicely. Now I feel like, let's put an EQ on here. I will usually put this first, because I can do a de-essing, then EQ, then DS afterwards.
클리어가 30% 할인 중입니다. AI 믹마 꿀템이에요. 보컬 믹싱을 더욱 깔끔하게 작업할 수 있습니다. 노이즈, 리버브 등을 쉽고 빠르게 없앨 수 있어요. MR 작업하시는 분들이 사용하면 좋습니다. 트랙스페이서가 30% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
You know, I don't know that that's a source of pessimism, but that's where we're at right now on, you know, this kind of beginning of October, cusp of winter is, we're really not sure as a city if there's going to be enough places for people to go.
Now, even though that room that this voiceover was treated in is treated fairly well, I'm going to go ahead and reduce the voice reverb as well, and we'll just take a listen to that.
You know, I don't know that that's a source of pessimism, but that's where we're at right now on, you know, this kind of beginning of October, cusp of winter is, we're really not sure as a city if there's going to be enough places for people to go.
So yeah, you can hear just with a couple of moves that the Clear plugin really takes care of that, you know, ambient noise in the background and with very little artifacts. So win-win there. Let's move on to the second track that has some kind of reverb sound in the room. Let's take a listen without the plugin.
He's a very intense guy, very organized, meticulous, to almost to a fault sometimes.
So you can hear the room tone in there. Let's go ahead and turn the plugin on. And let's bring this up and let's just go ahead and pull the room reverb down and see how it sounds.
리퀴드 번들이 50% 할인 중입니다. AI 꿀템이에요. 코드 멜로디, 드럼 등을 쉽고 빠르게 작업할 수 있습니다. 처음 멜로디를 어떻게 써야 할지 모를 때 사용하면 좋아요. 다양한 옵션 변화를 통해 곡에 더욱 잘 맞는 코드 패턴을 찾을 수 있습니다. 컴플리트 14 스탠다드가 33% 할인 중입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.